Hello, today we're going to be going through how to set up the program enrollment form template. First of all, go to courses, go to templates, and let's add a new template. Give it a name, program enrollment form, and assign it to a category. Give it a default subject. When you email this out, it will use this subject, enrollment form. And let's give it the margins of 30, 30, 10, and 10. Enable advanced HTML mode, and then click on source in the headers area. Now copy the header HTML that we provided to you, paste it into there. Okay, now let's select this URL here, and we're going to replace this with a URL that we've uploaded into our images library. So open up your images library in a new tab, find your logo, click on it, right click on the image and go copy image address. Navigate back to your template and highlight this URL here and paste in the new URL. Now you can rename this title here to something that you need it to be, like application form. Then go back into preview mode and you'll see that that has changed. Now you can proceed to the body section, click on source and paste in the body HTML that we provided to you. Now search the term light. Okay, so you can find where our logo is and do the same thing by going to your images library, right clicking on the image, copy image address, navigate back to your template and paste this URL into that section there. The other thing that we need to do is we need to replace the colors. So you need to replace our color, which is 5597FF, with your color. Ensure that when you replace the color with your own color that you keep the pound symbol there. Okay, so this is the hexadecimal color that you're going to be using, which is most likely going to be your color. Okay, so let's search for this in the template. And for every instance that we find, let's replace it with your color. Okay. Okay, let's go back to preview mode and you'll see all of the colors have now changed. And then we proceed to the footer. Again, go to source mode. Let's put in the footer that we provided to you. So what you want to do here is you want to change this title to the same as your header, application form, the URL to your own URL. So that's going to be your URL to your website, your own version control. The training organization identifier will change to your identifier when it's in your system, and you want to change the date of this version. Okay, once you've done all of that, you can just go back to the preview mode and that's all you need to do. Okay, so let's now go ahead and save this. And if we go to courses, classes, and go to a class where we can generate this template. You will see that it generates nicely. Okay. Now, just want to let you know that this is not a template that you generate and send to a student. This is the PDF capture template that you connect to your online enrollment integration. And the reason for that is because on the last page, you will see two fields, the enrollment terms and the enrollment signature. These two fields get replaced by your online enrollment integration. The enrollment terms comes from the bill-in step, which is the last step on your enrollment form. The terms in there get fed into there, and that's why the do you agree is not a tick box, because the only way for this to be submitted is that they need to agree to those terms. So by default on this template, we already know that they've already agreed to those terms. The enrollment signature gets fed from that page as well, where they put in their signature, and it will get fed into there. To connect this PDF capture template to your online enrollment integration, please go to your website and navigate to the aXcelerate plugin enrollment info capture page. On there, you will see settings to enable the PDF capture feature, and then insert the template ID. Okay, and how do we find the template ID? Well, we navigate back to the template. So if we go to templates and we load up that template, we will see in the URL, you will see this code here, and that is the template ID. So the template ID gets fed into this field here, and then the other field is where are we going to feed it, into which portfolio type. So if you go to settings and go to contact portfolio types, you can actually add a new portfolio type for application online form. This is an other document, okay? Submit, and then that application online form, if you click on edit, it will also have an ID at the top, and you can see that the ID is 50790. So we then put that field into the info capture portfolio type. Now you can have a different template for class enrollments, and you can have a different template for workshop enrollments, because workshop enrollment fields are different to the class enrollment fields on the template. Okay, we're just going to show you the class enrollment info capture template version, but that's how you connect that template that we just created to your online enrollment integration. If you need to send this template to a particular student for them to actually sign with our online enrollments, then we need to convert this into an agreement. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Let's navigate back to the template file. We will leave this page open, so we can come back in here and regenerate it as an agreement. So let's leave it there, and let's come back to the templates on another page. Let's find that template, and now what we're going to be doing is we're going to convert this into an agreement. Okay, so let's convert that into an agreement. You can put in these numbers here. Okay, make sure you actually copy this template and make it into an agreement version rather than modifying the PDF capture version, because we want to retain the PDF capture version for online enrollments and make an agreement version for sending to students outside of online enrollments. And what we need to change is we need to change the fields at the bottom. The enrollment terms need to have your new terms. So the terms of this enrollment are the following. So what you can do now is you can do term 1, term 2, etc., etc. And then you can select those, and you can go to the modifiers at the top and click bullets. Okay, like that. Term 2, terms 3, terms 4. Then what we need to do is we need to select the I agree and we need to replace it with a tick box. So on the top right corner, now we're going to make a tick box. So let's click on recipient inputs. Let's select the participant. Type of field is a checkbox. The field name is agree. And we would suggest to not make it default checked. So they actually have to click on and click on, do you agree to the terms and conditions above? Okay, so let's copy that and let's replace the I agree by doing Control V with the new field. And let's do the same with the enrollment signature. So let's go to the signature field creator, select the field, participant, copy that field, and let's select the enrollment signature and paste in the new field. Okay, so now we've gone and converted that into an agreement. Let's now save changes. Let's go back to our template and let's regenerate by refreshing the page. Control R or Command R. And there we go. Okay, so you can see here, we've got our agreement, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and send that to the student. That's now been sent to the student. So the student should now receive that in their inbox. There we go. Click here to sign, and you'll see that we now have the do you agree to the terms and conditions. We went ahead and made it ticked by default, okay? But what you can't do is you can't force this field to be checked at the current time, so they can uncheck it, but it is by default ticked, and then you can sign or you can type. Confirm and sign, and there we go. And then you get a confirmation email with a copy to the student's email, so that the student will get a confirmation and a copy of that application form. Look how wonderful that looks. Okay, there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial.